Making spouts can be tricky, so I'm going to show you the best way to make one by hand. This technique is really just a molded spout. You just take a piece of clay and you mold it into the shape of a spout. And I always kind of feel like a jerk when I try to explain to people how to sculpt things, but it really is just that simple. You look at the clay and you make it into the shape that you want. You're either pushing the clay, pulling the clay, or taking some clay away. I want this spout to have sort of a gooseneck shape to it, and so I'm going to start to work that in and then smooth things out. I'm just going to make sure that it's wider at the back and then gets skinnier towards the front. I'm going to set that aside for a couple hours, and once that sets up, I'm just going to cut it right in half so that I can hollow out the inside. I use a small loop tool for this, and I give myself a little guideline to make sure that I don't cut too close to the edge. Do this to both halves and then smooth everything out, and then we're just going to put them back together again. Just make sure that you slip and score really well and spend some time on that attachment to make sure that the seam disappears. You'll need to make sure that the seam on the outside and on the inside is taken care of. But once everything is smoothed out, then you can start to alter your shape a little bit if you don't like it exactly the way that it is. For this one, I'm just going to split the tip of the spout. It doesn't serve any real purpose, but I think it looks kind of nice. And you should always use a damp paintbrush to kind of clean up those edges. Really harsh corners on functional pottery tends to chip. I like this technique because you can make any shape that you want and it can still be a really functional piece. And I can show you a little example here of what it might look like on a pot.